Hello, I'm going to show you how to play 3 Simon and Garfunkel intros. People think Paul Simon played all the guitars on his stuff, when in fact he didn't. He had a lot of session guys playing the tricky stuff, and I'm going to show you some of those trickier ones, starting with this one. That's the intro to the Boxer. Oops. The idea. Alright, so start with that one. How do we do that? 3 fingers on strings 3, 2 and 1. Alright, these 3 fingers have got a lot to do. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is, I'll try and break this down slowly. Play the first string with your 3rd finger, and then pull off that little finger to play an open string, and then play a 2, then a 1, then a 2, then a 3, and then take off your 2nd finger and play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright? And then put your 1st finger now on the 2nd string at the 1st fret and play that note. And then put your little finger on the 3rd string at the 3rd fret and pull that off. And then play the 2 again. And then straight to your C for your first bass note of the pick. I'm going to show you how to do that pick anyway. You know, all these proper picks. We did a simple one a couple of tutorials ago, but I'm going to show you how to play those syncopated bass notes, you know, the sort of, you know, and how to incorporate that within the pick itself. So we'll do that later, but for now I just wanted to show you how to play that little lick. Now I'm going to just sit around here so you can maybe just catch that a bit better. I'll do it slowly. I'll do it one more time. Pull off that little finger and then 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. Take off your 2nd finger for the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then your 1st finger onto the 2nd string. Onto the 2nd string, play that 2nd string. Little finger onto the 3rd string, 3rd fret, and pull off, and then hit the 2. It's always difficult to, you know, when you're used to playing these things all the time, and then you have to slow them down and think about it, because people who play, they'll know that when you start to think about things that you take for granted, like blinking, for example. If you start to think about it, you end up doing that. Or if you start thinking about walking, because you might be walking past a bus stop full of people, and you start to get a bit self-conscious, so you think, I really must make sure I don't look silly as I walk past this bus stop full of girls. And before I used to do this as a kid, by the time you got to the bus stop, you're sort of walking all daft because you're thinking about it too much. Well, the same applies to this. Try not to overthink it. That was luck. Right, so that's one. That's obviously the Boxer. All right. The next one is now again. This is a real tricky one. This. Now, when Paul Simon plays it, each other goes and leaves the guy that you don't see in the shadows at the back doing the. The song is Mrs. Robinson. Okay. Now the important thing of this is knowing when to start it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. So it's on the half beat after the and. 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So let's get straight down to what it is. It's basically an E major shape. Okay. Bass note. Bring all your fingers off when you're doing these hammers, by the way. Hammer onto the 5th, then an upstroke on the 4th. Let's do that. And then do another upstroke on the 4th, then a bass note, and then another upstroke on the fourth with your fingers back on. And then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And then straight back in. 2 and 3 and 4. Great to busk along with that. It's a tricky one. Not many people play it, but if you can do it and then you can have fun with it, you can sort of show off a bit. Right, I'll do it one more time for you. Bass note, hammer onto the fifth, up on the fourth string, up on the fourth, down on the bass with fingers still off, and then put your fingers back on, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Alright, so that's Mrs. Robinson. The chords for all these songs, as I always keep saying, you can find them on the internet. What you don't normally find is the correct way to begin those songs. Alright, which hopefully I'm going to help you with. The other one, that's a tricky little one. It's great though, is it's quite a simple one really, but it's just fiddly, you know. Now I'm going to, it's I Am a Rock, and it's based around the chord G, but we only, because he's playing bits of the G, you don't need to put all our fingers on. So just put your third finger on the bass string at the 3rd fret from the capo, which is at the 5th fret. So we're actually in the key of C, even though we're playing a G shape because of the capo position. So it's okay. So get that rhythm in your head. Boom, boom, boom. Now these two fingers here are going to hammer and pull off 3 times. Okay, so boom, 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 and then straight. Does a better. I like it when he plays that. There's just another one while we're at it. While we're doing that, take your capo off. You know, if you play that bass note there, this is another one. That's what you call value for money. Put that one there. Put your little finger down on the 1st string. Oh, I love this. What you're going to do is play your bass string. Let the 5th string be muted, because normally you'd have a finger there, wouldn't you, if you're playing G? Forget that. These 2 fingers are going to go on and off here, on the 2nd string at the 1st fret and on the 4th string at the 2nd fret. So before you play this, just get used to doing that, okay? And this is used in millions of pop songs and everything, so this is great. I mention it because we've just sort of done something similar with the 5th. Now watch this, a shuffle rhythm, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, so watch this. And on the 2 and the 4, I want you to put those fingers on, only on the 2 and 4. Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. You know the nearer your destination, the more you slip sliding away. Or if you wanted to do David Bowie, John, I'm only dancing. Anyway, there's those 3 intros, or 4, with that little bit of the extra bit at the end. I hope you've enjoyed it. Any problems, let me know and I will sort them out for you. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, please, and then you'll get notified when I put up other tutorials or performances or pictures or whatever I'm in the mood to be doing. And I will see you all soon.